Hey friends, in today's short musing video, I want to talk with you a minute about making space for more goodness to come into your life. And one of the ways to do this is to clear clutter. Clearing clutter helps you not only make space for things that may come into your life that can go in that space, but it also frees energy. So a lot of times we hold on to things, and I am a self-proclaimed clutter bug. I hold on to things for years. They're sentimental value. I don't want to let them go, but I'm getting better. As I get older, I get better, right? That's how it works. I hit 50 and realize I don't need to hold on to some of the things that I have. I also had the wonderful pleasure of having to clean out my mother's apartment and realized all the things that she held on to for decades and decades. And I realized I didn't want to do that for my kids because it was a whole lot of work. And if you've ever had to do that, you know what I'm talking about. So what I wanted to share with you today was a couple of simple places that you can clear clutter. And I would venture to say everybody has at least one of these, maybe two, maybe more. One of them is the kitchen junk drawer. We have the kitchen junk drawer that stuff just gets piled into, and about once a year I go through and I clean it out. I'm gonna say right now I think I have two kitchen junk drawers. So one that my husband uses and one that is a little bit more of a catch-all for the family. But about once a year I go through and clean those out. So I think I've just inspired myself to tackle that next. But I'm going to share with you today that I cleared out one of my email inboxes. And that email inbox had 1,751, fix my glasses here, emails that were unread. Now, not all of them were from this week or this month. Some of them went back to 2023, which is the last time I kind of had purged this particular inbox. So what I did was I went back and I got rid of some emails, threw them in the deleted folder, and then some of them were related to topics that I may want to keep, so I just marked them unread, and that reduced the number of open emails in my inbox. I got it down to under 100, and that felt really, really good. And it just was a number that every time I looked at it, and at one point I think it reached almost 2,000, and it's starting to kind of weigh on me. So today I just was like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to take an hour because I didn't have any meetings this morning, and I'm just going to go through it and do it. I did it and it feels good. And that was what inspired me to do this short musings video today on the topic of clearing clutter. So the junk drawer is another area. Maybe I'll tackle that this next weekend. My email was one of my email inboxes today that I have, purged. So that feels good. But a lot of us have maybe a cluttered desk area. I admit I do over there. A cluttered desk area, or maybe a closet that has clothes that you want to release finally. And you're holding on to it because maybe you'll fit into it one day, or it meant something to you. Now, I'm not saying don't get rid of grandma's sweater that you love, but if there's a shirt you haven't worn in 3, 4, 5 years, maybe you're hoping you'll fit into it, or maybe it's just something that sat there, get rid of it, toss it. Let it go. Make space for something new because you never know what's going to come fill that space. Nature abhors a vacuum and all that jazz. And so the more space you can make for goodness to come into your life, it doesn't necessarily have to fill the exact same space up, but it's an energy movement. And what you're doing is releasing pent up energy from this clutter. So that, my friends, today is your short little tip on how to get some energy moving quickly. Not only will it happen from an energetic perspective, but it'll make your mind feel better, and it might just make you feel better too. So with today, I am now going to basically report back maybe later this week that I've cleaned the junk drawers. So that's, I think, going to be my next clutter-free area that I'm going to go for. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you decide to unclutter, and I would love to support you in that. So let's go make some space, clear some energy, and clear that clutter. I'll talk to you soon.